Hello, fellows. We are back today, back again with the Seasonal Anime Podcast. Only 5 weeks deep this time. Woo! We're on pace, baby. Star-studded cast as usual. We got Justin LC.
Yeah.
We got Zer0, not to be confused with the Smash player.
I hope not.
Damn.
Look, I said you're not like him. There you go.
Look.
High praise.
I don't know. I feel like that's like the bare minimum of human decency, but
You would think. You would,
you
sure
would think.
And you would be wrong looking at the Tekken community last week, but
Jesus Christ.
And then we got Fool.
I watched some shows this time. Not very many.
That is so cool. That is
He's
awesome.
a liar.
Yeah, what are
You
your
watch
thoughts on
shit.
World's End Harem?
Oh, great.
Hot.
For those, you'll have to go back to
Yeah.
spring 2020.
Yeah, I've already...
Was that fall?
It's
I don't
definitely
remember.
fall.
I've already said my piece.
Yeah. Basically.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
Awesome.
shit. Yeah, we're doing the seasonal podcast. We're a couple of weeks deep. People were very busy, but, ain't no one care. We got this. We watched a bunch of shows. For some reason, this is a very strange season, but it's got some real popular ones for pretty good reason, I would say.
It's got some pretty bad shows also, as
It's
usual.
got some pretty bad shows. The 80-20 rule is always applicable. 80% of everything is garbage. That's life. That's life. So we're just gonna go in order on the Mal page of top airing stuff. First thing we gotta talk about. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone is retweeting specifically the girl from it, Spy X Family, right?
I can't escape her.
She's-
That's why
you
I had to
cannot-
watch it.
Your forger has been retweeted onto my timeline more times than I have read the word the.
Yeah, I can't believe anybody in this call would be responsible for that in any way, shape, or form.
Now I did not say that.
Is that an admission
But-
of guilt? Live on air?
Yeah, it is.
Awesome.
Guy's nervous.
Look,
Yeah, this guy actually fumbled.
hot girl hot, what can I say?
Hot girl.
So true.
Hot grill.
So true. I mean, look, I'd let her break my spine any day.
That is awesome.
Can't...
I
yeah,
wouldn't.
I
What
can't
the
say the
fuck?
same.
I need that shit.
What?
Dude, my ankle's broken. It takes 8 years. Can't imagine my spine.
That's because you got weak bones. You ain't drinking glass
Dude,
of
I
milk
drink
in
so
your life,
much
bro.
milk.
Oh yeah, prove it. Live on camera right now.
Shut the fuck up.
I got G Fuel here. That's the same
Yeah, that's
thing.
why your bones don't heal. You're fucking making it worse.
Hashtag sponsored?
Holy shit.
Yeah, so Spy Family.
Buy a Pokemon Draco Shaker, 10% off. You use code Draco.
Code Draco.
Code Draco?
Drop a Draco.
So what do you guys think about spies?
I prefer families.
I'm a big Spy fan, They're kind of quirky, They're just doing things. Okay. So what did you guys think about the show overall?
I
Start
thought
off.
a lot of the dialogue between with Anya and her dad when she's reading his mind is really funny.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Anya is pretty kino. Big fan.
I had a positive opinion.
I gotta agree.
I don't think it's as generational as people are making it out to be, but I do think it's good.
Yeah.
Generational.
It's definitely...
Yeah, defining the new gen. Dude, it's got a 9 on Mal right now.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
9.07.
That's just new age, man. Within the last year, there's been another huge explosion of anime fans to the point where it's all these seasonal shows have such high scores. I mean, Kaguya-sama almost has a 9.
Deserved.
Everything is going crazy. So,
Did
pretty.
you say berserk?
No, I said deserved,
said
but
dessert.
Oh, I think you
it's
said
known
berserk. I was like,
that
what?
I'm a huge Kaguya-sama fan, so... Yeah, I mean, I've been reading Spy Family since it started coming out as well. I think it's
Sheesh.
a little bit overhyped.
Oh, wait, I would agree.
I still
honestly.
think it's really good, but generational show is a bit much. I dread the Chainsaw Man adaptation for the exact same reason.
Holy fuck,
Yeah.
man.
For as popular as it is with only the manga being out, it's probably just gonna be like insanely.
It's gonna
Overhyped.
be.
Yeah, that's gonna.
I mean,
be
It's
one
gonna
for
be
sure.
big.
Spy Family is pretty insanely popular as well, at least
Mhm.
among the manga community. So it doesn't surprise me that it's
Yeah.
doing so
Yeah,
well.
Chainsaw Man's gonna be
Chainsaw
so big.
Man's gonna be pretty nuts.
I'm predicting like somewhere in between Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen level of like Western popularity. Maybe it could be more, but I don't think it'll be more than Demon Slayer, to be honest.
I don't know. I think it might appeal to Westerners more.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to
I
tell.
like the voice actors. You got Hachiman and Yukino. That's pretty awesome.
Stop, man.
Always.
I'm never gonna recover.
Yeah, I definitely like this show. The characters are just pretty solid. You know, it doesn't take itself crazy seriously or anything like that, and it's a fun setting and whatnot.
It's cute, but like, there's not like a crazy amount to talk about because it's kind of just like pretty like chill, like random funny interactions.
Yeah, it's kind of about the moment to moment bits and stuff, and then like the overarching idea, right, is like building a family and these people who have had bad social relationships and stuff like that, getting better about it and whatnot through this kind of guise. So, you know, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool thing.
For sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know how much more I have to say about this, honestly. I agree it's hard to talk about. What were the funniest bits?
It's a good question, actually.
I don't know. Probably the whole part where Lloyd completely ignores that his wife is in fact extremely weird and is completely unfazed.
They both have, right? Like they.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean, anybody who accepts
her
a grenade
case-
pin proposal.
Yeah. In her case, she's like stupid, right? And like already doesn't know very much about a lot of random things like that's been well established already, so it's like it's kind of believable, you know, when he's bashing people over the head and he's like, oh yeah, that's just that's my patient, you know, that's just what you do, you know, sometimes you gotta give him a little slammy, and she's like, I guess, man, okay. But
I think concussive
See,
therapy
I
was
thought-
actually a real thing.
right.
I thought in the beginning they were both just playing along, like haha, but then I was like, oh wait, no, she just actually.
Yeah, she
All right.
definitely,
She's not thinking too hard about that one.
yeah, he's a bit more tsundere than any of the rest of them.
Him
But-
showing up to the party like half dead was really funny though.
It was quite funny. It was quite funny. Yeah, but he has no excuse for, damn, my wife just fucking spin kicked this guy out of the air into the fucking wall 20 feet away.
Maybe he didn't have
That's
a good
awesome.
angle on it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I choose to believe that it is because he knows that he is going to have a hard time convincing a random woman to be his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
thoroughly in the, well, I mean, that's how it is now mindset.
You know, that's just how girls are these days, you know?
Yeah, you know, I hate it when my girlfriend fucking drop kicks a car.
Yeah, a little bit.
Don't you lie
Stop.
to me. Don't
I
you
stopped.
fucking lie.
I stopped believing it at the girlfriend part. So.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. That's tough.
I was
That's
worried
tough.
that she was going to be a little too stupid, quirky, and that I was going to get like old pretty fast. So, but I thought the episode after she was introduced was pretty good. So I kind of died down on that a bit.
Mr. Chimera-san.
Kimeno-san. Yeah, I agree with that, Gavin. I think all the characters are used pretty well, and like none of them feel like gimmicky enough to where you're like, oh, time for the funny bit, you know, the funny bit that's happening.
Yeah.
And none of them are like used so sparingly that like there's not much to them or anything.
Mhm.
I think they all have pretty good arcs incoming. I mean, the spy guy Tasogare has already had a lot of development and stuff like that. That's been relatively interesting.
I like the guy named Frankie. It's a funny name.
Shout out
Yeah,
to
he's
Frankie.
raw. He's a real one.
Anya's facial expressions are pretty well drawn too.
Yeah,
so
those are really
they're
good, actually.
Quite
Yeah.
funny. They gave her a very posable face.
Yeah,
For sure.
definitely.
She's got like a goo child face. I don't even know how to describe it. Like it's not
Goo
like it's
child.
not even fully solid yet.
She's got soft brain.
What the hell, man?
Yeah,
I did like her trying to cheat on the test and no one else
Yeah.
knowing what the fuck to do on the
Yeah,
test.
yeah.
That was pretty funny.
I was like, this is just right.
That's me for real.
That's how, every time there's one of those, like, I can read his mind, time to take his answers thing, it's always like, this guy who's getting 100% on the fucking exam for some reason. Instead of, like, oh, I guess I'm rolling a die. Hope it's one of these.
It works good too because it's all like stupid little kids.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, what the fuck they're doing?
Yeah, they're like, time to get in this formal school. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Definitely a lot of the funniest moments are, like, Anya reacting to something very extreme that someone has thought.
Yeah.
And she's just like,
Maybe I should take her back.
Yeah, maybe
Wait,
I
wait,
should
wait,
take
wait,
it
wait,
back.
wait. Yeah, shit is pretty good. I would say, for me right now, it's a solid, like, 7.5 area. Like, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying quite a bit. It could get better.
The opening is pretty cool too. The art for it, at least.
I'm trying to
It was
Yeah.
a very artsy opening.
I liked the like
I don't know,
beginning
the
of
song.
the
I'm
opening
kind of
more
like
than,
lukewarm on,
all of
but
it.
yeah.
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 Any closing thoughts on Spy X Family? Or are we moving on here?
Wait, it already has a sequel announced.
Yeah, it's a split core.
Oh, okay.
I just saw part 2 below it. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
There's so many split cores lately.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a better production schedule in general than a 25 episode season.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Right. Spy Family, and I think Summertime Rendering, maybe Segue, is also 25 episodes.
Yeah, I think
so.
Summertime Render is just 25 straight.
It's a lot of episodes
This
for
dude's-
that premise. I wonder if it sticks well.
There's definitely got to be, more going on. I don't know. We'll see.
This dude trying to segue. The show is like 9 slots down.
I
Yeah,
know.
no, I was just
Let's talk
thinking about it.
My favorite show,
Gavin, I was looking at the characters. I think they get a dog, so that might be cool.
Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2.
Same
Yeah.
as Forger.
Unfortunately,
Bond.
nobody watched a single
Bond.
episode of Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2.
I can't believe it.
I can't
How
believe it.
Disappointing.
I did in fact finish the first season.
I watched 2 episodes of that one.
It's such a like disappointing show in the way that like the author very clearly has something in some spots to where I'm like, yeah, you could do something with this, but you just know it's never gonna do something with this. Like, it's one of those shows I wish I could just rewrite myself and then have them ship that shit out. You know what I mean?
Another Pokiko rebrand show.
Yeah.
I mean, shows like that, it's just like if you took a couple of these like elements that are just obviously like surface level appeal kind of stuff, and you tuned some of the situations, you made it darker in some places, not dark in some others, yada yada. Like you could have something really good here, but it's also one of those where if you change any of that, it would probably be less popular.
Yeah, I mean, using my source reader knowledge, I knew this was coming the entire time. But I really think like the biggest draw to Shield Hero was the underdog narrative, and we are now at the point in the anime where that's no longer like really a thing.
Right.
My man has gotten his comeuppance for the most part on bitch and trash, and so now it's
Right.
just like mostly regular isekai heroing, but it's just kind of
Right.
bland at that point.
Yeah, like he stopped. I guess I don't know if he necessarily stopped, but he's not playing the heel as much, which was most of the like appeal for myself.
Yeah, I mean, he's
at
still a
least.
heel, and people still are like dickheads to him, but it's not nearly to the same extent.
Right, yeah.
He has more or less been vindicated.
Definitely. I mean, where we left off with season 1, the interest was like that now in like the summonings or whatever that happen on the timer or whatever, sometimes it's it's something like heroes from other worlds and you have to kill them or they'll kill you and one of your worlds gets fucked up if things don't go right. Kind of shits on it by like some weird loophole of like they don't actually end up making the killer be killed decision on the first one at the end of the first season, but it's not enough to probably draw me back in, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I read more of the manga, and I really don't remember anything interesting happening. So
Yeah, it's not very good after.
Shield Hero has always had really big pacing issues in the anime, especially. And opening it up, I'm like, it's the beginning of the season, you know, it's going to be like 4 episodes of slow fucking around, and then we'll get to something again. And it's like, I'm good. Anyways, segueing from show no one watched but would probably be disappointed with, we got show people did watch and are not disappointed with. Kaguya-sama. What, this is season 3?
This is season
Ultra
3.
romantic.
Ultra romantic.
This was just Zer0, I think.
All right,
I
look.
believe so.
If you live underneath a rock and have somehow not known about this show for the last 2 seasons that it's aired, this is the
I feel
time.
like it's impossible to be an anime fan and not know what Kaguya is.
I agree.
Just because there's memes everywhere,
Look,
even without
If
it.
you've been
True.
putting it off, you watching this, you know who you are. Watch the damn show. Please. Yes.
Zero will give you a handshake.
I'll give you a hand job. That's what
Whoa.
it takes.
Oh my
Whoa,
god.
that's awesome.
Don't hold me to
Cole's
that.
like, maybe I'll watch this now.
I might,
goddamn.
I might have to watch. That's a tempting offer.
Yeah, this season, I mean, I watched 2 episodes so far, and both of them had me laughing pretty hard, so I enjoyed it.
Solid.
I continue to like Ishigami. He's fucking hilarious.
He's raw looking. I like his character design.
His arc in the 2nd season is really good too. So
I have to restrain
think, yeah,
myself.
the first 2 episodes were like mostly just comedy, I think, but they were enjoyable.
Yeah, it's
As
gonna be-
most, I was gonna say most seasons doing Kaguya-sama, like the later it gets a little more serious usually. So
Yeah, it's also gonna be the same, more or less.
that's the arc I noticed for this show. It's like first half's kind of just slice of life, mess around stuff, but then second half's like actual plot and character progression.
Yeah. We finally get introduced to Maki in the episode after you stopped.
I see.
What a tragedy. I'm sure at least some of the anime viewers have noticed the girl with twin tails lurking in bushes and behind pillars frequently. Just know, she has a name, I promise.
What? Named characters.
She has a name. Her life is terrible. Justice for Maki.
Can you
know
fix
more
her?
about her.
Can I fix her? No, only India can fix her.
I don't know what that means, but yeah.
Yeah.
I actually read that chapter that you're talking about, Zero. It's funny.
Dude. The manga went on a 2-week break for that chapter.
It's a very weird chapter, but it was really funny.
Jesus.
Never forget the power of India. All right.
All right. So next show we got Shikimori-san, or what? Shikimori-san is not just cute, or something like
Yeah,
that.
Shikimori's not just a cutie. It
Not
used to be
just a cutie.
translated as that girl's not just cute a while ago, back in
You're
the
right,
Stone
yeah.
Age, before we had an
The Dark
official
Ages.
English title. Yeah.
Who all watched this? I watched an episode.
I mean, I watched it.
Okay.
I did not. I think Gavin might be dead. I don't know.
Yeah. Happens when you're named Gavin.
I didn't.
I think he went to take another
People
shower.
are
I don't
loud in
know.
the background. So I'm just muted on both.
Fair enough. Did you watch any
No.
Shikimori? I forget. Yeah, I thought so. So just me and Zero. I expect Zero is enjoying this ironically, and I just dropped it after 1 episode. Is what my expectations are. I thought this was quite bad, to be honest.
Yeah, you know, in between my Dami Mommy ASMR videos, this is what I watch.
You can't say that with a straight face.
Do you
I
or
really
do you
can't.
want? Do you or do you not want to be pegged?
I do not. Yeah, I am really not. I don't think that this has survived very well into the anime adaptation. I think
Yeah.
it works a lot better as a manga. Mostly
I
because
could
of
see that.
the pacing. Like, it's
I felt
it's so
I felt the
slow.
pacing of this was horrendous.
It's so slow. Like when you're reading it,
Yeah.
the density of like, oh wow, that girl is pretty cool moments is so much higher than
Right.
when you're watching it. And because so little actually happens in a show like this, that issue becomes extremely exacerbated when you're watching an anime, but it's like basically a non-issue when you're reading manga because that goes by very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just think it hasn't really survived getting adapted into anime. It's just not well suited to the medium in general.
I think that's a
Yeah.
problem with a lot of comedy romance shows. It's really hard to pace them efficiently for anime.
The
Yeah,
pacing
Because
is
when
hard
you're
to
reading
nail.
reading that, you can just read that shit like candy. Just tear through it.
Right. Yeah. No. And it's a shame too because the production value on this is like actually pretty high.
It's pretty good.
From what I it could just be mostly episode 1, but like a lot of the good moments look good,
I'm muted
and
right
consistently the show looks pretty good overall. I mean, there's nothing crazy being animated here. It's usually just characters walking or standing, right? So it's not like, well, look how good this fight scene
alright.
looks, kind of deal. But it's like consistently characters are on model and look really good and are moving very fluidly, yada yada.
There's a lot of
Like
really
8.
nice stills.
now. Just bad ending.
Yeah. I forget if there was CGI crowd stuff in this. I just assume there's CGI crowd stuff in everything at this point. It's very annoying, but you know, some things
Yeah.
do it less than others. I don't really remember.
What else did you
but
talk about?
yeah, I'm like, this feels like so in between. Like, it's a comedy romance, but it has heart, and like, it's a comedy romance and it's stupid, and it's in this awkward middle ground that is like the uncanny valley of like, I don't like the characters at all, and they're also not funny. Like, I don't know. It was very strange. I felt like the dialogue was really bad, in particular in that episode 1. Like, I hated when they walk to school and they're like, "Oh, let's go see you know what class we're in, yada yada," and they're walking up to it and he's like praying. He's like, oh, and she's like,
Nope.
"Oh, what are you praying for?" And he's like, "Oh, I want to be in the same class as you." And he's praying really hard, and she's like, "Haha, you don't have to pray so hard." He's like, "Yeah, but I want to be in the same class as you." And it's like, dude, I fucking get it, all right, man. Like, he says it twice in a row. I'm like, dude, I got it, man. We can. Did we really have to adapt this? Let's go a little bit faster here. Like, just moments like that. It's like, it takes way too long.
So you're saying you want to be in the same class as me? Yes.
Like the same classroom?
No. The same class.
But why is he praying? Yeah,
Yeah.
There were a lot of moments like that where I was like, is this like procedurally generated? Like,
Ooh, you might be onto something. Maybe an AI wrote it.
yeah, I could believe it. But the character designs, I'm tempted to call them good, but I think it's really just one or two that stand out. I mean, the pink-haired girl, right? I think everybody's watching the show for her design, pretty much. The main guy is very not standout. I don't really like his haircut very much. A little bit of a bowl cut bandit, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, it takes one to know one.
It does take one to know one.
It's like seeing my past self in a mirror.
Damn,
I
I didn't
like
know
it-
Cole got pegged in high school.
Oh, come on, man.
You weren't supposed to tell anyone.
You've unzipped me. You've unzipped me.
I'm going back.
The blonde guy, I kind of like him. The black-haired girl, I kind of like her. The blonde girl who's like the quiet-ish one, but I don't remember what trope exactly you call it, but she was like the most annoying version of this trope I had seen in a minute. So
Yeah.
Like a kudere? Or?
kind of, except without the dairy, obviously, right? Like,
I
You
see.
can't have
Like-
a girl
like-
taking the spotlight from Shikimori. Come on, man.
right, like the quiet, like snarky kind of one, but like kind of deadpan lolly. I don't know. like deadpan, snarky, but like
Cool.
really unfunny whenever she opened her mouth. Like I usually wanted her to stop existing.
This is just your women-hating tendencies coming out again.
Dude, come on.
Rampant misogynist Pokecole at it
Come
again.
on, man. Come on, man.
To
You get
the
it. You
show's
hate
merit,
women. Next show.
this does not require the 3-episode rule. This requires like the half an episode rule. You'll know if you
Yeah.
want to finish the show after about 13 minutes.
Correct. Okay, fuck that shit. Next show. Komi-san season 2. Who all watched this? I did not, obviously.
I think it was only me.
Only you? Alright.
Tell us
Well,
about
I'd believe it.
what's the consensus? About as good as last one?
The verdict, if you like the first one, you'll like the second one, because it's the same thing.
That's fucking crazy.
consensus of one person.
Komi-san is
Yeah.
kind of just the same thing for like 300 chapters, which you'll either like or not. So
Yeah.
there's a lot. I mean, they introduce more characters that aren't the yandere girl, so thank God for that. Fucking hater. They introduced the delinquent guy. I like him. He's funny.
Nice.
He's like, he has kind of the same problem as Komi, where he's just a really big, intimidating guy, but he's horrible at talking to people. Katai, I think his name is. But then the Tadano is like nice to him. She's like, "Oh, I made a friend, Mom. Are you proud of me?" He's kind of just a goofball. I like him.
He sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Big fans.
Then they go to a cat cafe, I think, in the second episode. So that's kind of nice. That might have
Nice.
been the third one. That's about it. I mean, it's more Komi-san.
There you go.
I like the ending a lot, though. Actually, I think it's really well animated. It's cool.
Nice. Show still look, I don't know, good. I guess I remember, now that I think about it, I didn't really like the production of the first one. I thought it was a pretty like high quality production, but they made some choices I did not like. Does this season look good?
I think it looks fine. I don't know. I didn't really notice anything off about it.
Okay, cool.
I'd say it looks good enough.
Improved from the first or about the same?
Basically the same. I mean, this was like a 2-core, right? This isn't even really a second season.
Oh,
So
is it a 2-core? I didn't know.
No, it's a split core.
basically, yeah.
I see. Well, fair
It's
enough.
just called second season, but you know.
Yeah, just to confuse me specifically. Okay, well, next show, more people watch this one. Aharen-san, or what's the word exactly? Indecipherable. Aharen-san is indecipherable.
I actually
Yeah.
watched this one.
Yeah, Gavin watched this one. I watched this one.
I watched it.
Justin watched this. Zer0, did you? I forget.
No.
No? Okay.
So this show was like, I did not have high expectations. I was pleasantly surprised, I'd say.
Yeah, I gotta agree.
Like from the description and the picture, I was like, it's probably just gonna be whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was funny. I like the main guy a lot.
Yeah, the main guy and the main girl.
Rido, yeah.
Are both really cool. I like them a lot. They're very good dynamic. Their character designs are both really good, especially Rido's. His character design. I just love the way his eyes look.
Yeah.
He's the most like unassuming guy ever. It's just really funny.
It's awesome. He's got like the angle and the very slight like cross eye reminds me of some of the cats I've had, where it's just like Siamese
What a funny
cats look
little
like
guy.
that a lot. Yeah. He's adorable. I like him.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
lot of good bits in the 2 episodes I watched
Yeah.
that were funny. So
There's a lot of really good bits. Especially the one with his fly being down.
Yeah.
yeah,
That one's so funny.
How'd he go into the bathroom and still come out with it down? I
Yeah,
don't get it.
That was so funny. She's
She homied
like,
him the
"Whew."
entire day. That was some Chad behavior.
Yeah, entire day just to look like a fucking clown in front of his sister.
Could be worse. Could be worse.
Could be worse, definitely. Could definitely be worse. It was really funny that like that it's also like she wouldn't have had to go through so much effort if she hadn't tried to alert him and he like was like, she's really energetic. I guess I'll have to give my best today. And so he just volunteers for fucking everything. That shit
Yeah.
was so funny.
Dude, she did the whole like fucking signal for zipping up your pants.
Yeah.
The same one they did in part 3. I already talked about that.
Miheru pantsu. Yeah. Very, very fun show. I like I like that it starts with kind of like a take of where she's like, I'm just gonna try to like keep to myself kind of thing, because she's had issues with like people in the past, in that like she's really bad at judging like how close she is to someone, and she like encroaches on their personal space very easily, and people get kind of weirded out by her. So she's trying not to do that. It's very cute though. I mean, because he doesn't give a fuck, right? He's just like, yep, I'm vibing.
He's just trying to make friends, man. He didn't have no friends in middle school.
I have friend.
I mean, he's a fucking big dude. He's not like, ooh, she's rubbing up on me. Like, he's like, whatever. She's not gonna fucking knock me over. I'll tell you that. So, it's pretty funny. What were other good bits? I like the one in episode 2 where her friend is introduced to. Kind of half and half on this character. She's kind of annoying. But,
Yeah.
She's a fucking behemoth.
Really stupid.
She's massive.
Yeah, and she's taller than him. All she does is watch over them from the sidelines, kind of thing, because she's embarrassed and stuff. Yeah, it's weird.
The bit with her like sealing the umbrella was
that's what I was
though.
gonna say. I was gonna say she tries to give her the umbrella because she's like, she's staying after class. It must be that she doesn't have an umbrella because it's raining out, so she can't leave. So she like throws it on the floor in front of her, like, go on, take it. And she just turns it into the teacher, and then she takes it back from the teacher, puts it on her desk again. And when she comes out, she's like, this shit's haunted. And fucking like trying to cleanse it. That shit was really funny.
Yeah.
Big
I think probably the first episode where she like forgot a book or something, and he just fucking slams his desk into hers. Like,
oh yeah,
come here, buddy.
Boom.
That was good.
What about in episode 3 where they do the dance and shit? It's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, they're
It's
like YouTube famous. About to go hard.
She's trying to be a YouTuber. I know personally it's quite difficult. He's got a video with like 17 views, like 6 dislikes.
I haven't watched episode 3 yet, so I
It's
haven't seen
funny.
that. That sounds funny. I know, that's the Pokegirl right there. I know personally the struggle.
He's just like me for real.
For real.
Sorry, I'm actually YouTube famous after that last Mushoku Tensei video. It has 4,000 views.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Do you know how many that
Awesome.
is? You can't even count that on your hands.
I could want to.
Yeah, how long do I have?
I'm interested to see the other guy, like blonde hair guy that's shown up a couple times. He seems cool.
Yeah. He's shown up only a couple times.
I think I'll definitely keep watching this.
Yeah, I like this. It's fun.
Kind of scared because the big girl is kind of. I feel like she's gonna get worse, but maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
distinctly possible. I don't know.
With these types of shows, they kind of like phase
not. Yeah, they
characters
kind of
out
like
for a while
filter
once
them.
they
Right.
do their
The
thing.
blonde guy comes in next.
She's had a couple good bits though. I like the bit where when she's running away and she's like, she's chasing after me.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
was
she's
good, actually.
slow. And it's like, yeah, because she's short as hell. And then like when she finally is like gonna get caught, they go really hard on like the directing to make it like a horror thing where it's like, ooh, kind of shit. That's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not too worried. As long as they don't introduce too many annoying characters, it should still be good. So
We shall see. I think Rido can carry regardless.
yeah, Rido carries very hard. He is impossible to dislike.
So.
He's just a good boy.
Yeah, I'd probably give it like a 6 or 7 right now. I don't know.
I feel about the same. All right, fellas, who watched Data Live Season 4?
I don't even ask that question.
I thought you were what? That was your job.
No,
That's your
no,
favorite
no.
show.
Wait,
Ben
Themes
watched.
harm Mecha. Zero, you didn't watch this?
Oh
the
my
Mecha
god!
tag.
So I was literally just playing AMQ, and it turns out every single season of Data Live is classified as mecha.
That is absurd.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was so caught off guard. I think it's because of Origami's fucking suit.
Yeah,
That's actually hilarious.
I hate her. I hate her so
Yeah,
much.
Yeah, but she wears a dog collar, so
Yeah, Data Live.
Ain't that the one Tail likes the most? I hate Tail.
all right, let's move on. Before I say something more incriminating.
I tried to watch the 3rd season as a joke, and I fell asleep.
Yeah. Did anyone
shit.
other than me watch the first episode, at least, of Yusha Yamemasu?
Nope.
Wait, which one was this? Was this?
Oh, quit
I'm
being
going to
the
quit
hero.
heroing. Yeah, he says, I'm gonna quit heroin, so no more heroin. Nice, good for him.
Good shit.
No, I was gonna use the words "is she described it as." I think that was a different show, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a different one. Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that. Easy there.
I'll DM you.
I think I'm the only one who watched any of this. I clicked on it because I was like, yes, it's time for generic isekai. I gotta watch it. It's up here in the higher end of shows people have watched. I have funk brain, but I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah,
Funk brain.
Yeah,
Still got a party going on in there.
I was pleasantly surprised. I like this. I would give it probably a strong 6 just based on the first episode.
Really?
I haven't watched it anymore. I can't imagine it continues very well, to be honest. It seems
I thought about giving us a watch, so maybe I will now.
it seems like a show where the first episode kind of covers everything, and you're like, yep, that was good. And you're like, oh, there's more, huh? But the premise is just main character guy. He was super good hero. He won the war basically by himself, and he beat all the Demon King, Demon Queen girl, I don't know, and all these people basically by himself. And but now he's been exiled from society because he's too strong, and so now he's gonna go help the demon army rebuild. Because he needs a job, bro. He needs a place to stay. Which
it really says a lot about society.
Yeah, it really does. It really does.
So true.
It's very funny. He goes in, and he's like, he's got the hood over his head at first, and they're like, oh, who are you, buddy? Come on. And he's like, takes off the hat. He's like, well, I'm blank, really strong fighter, yada yada. My personal achievements, I single-handedly defeated the Demon King, and she's just fucking fuming, and all she's got 4 retainers or whatever, and they're all just like, this guy really doing this right now? He really doing this right now? It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny, actually. And she immediately shoos him out of the room, pretty much. He's got a whole report. He's got bar graphs. He's got a pie chart. He's got a script and shit. He's like, these are the benefits to hiring me. I can really do this, man. And it was pretty funny. Most of the first episode is the scene after that where him and her 4 generals basically are talking and away from the queen or whatever, because she's just not trying to hear it at all, whereas these guys are kind of trying to hear it. And he's trying to convince them, and we kind of go through their battles individually, and basically we get the impression that it's funny, he kind of just wins because he's extremely, extremely well-rounded. He goes with a party, it's the Demon King's invading, yada yada. He goes with a party of people, and he's like, they're pretty good, but we had a bow guy. He was pretty good at doing bow stuff, but as soon as they encountered him close up, he just lost. And we had this magic girl, but she wasn't very good if she couldn't do a bunch of damage if they had high resistance or whatever. We had this other guy, but he was pretty bad at this. And so he's like, so I just left him behind at a certain point. They just kind of suck. And
it's just like me.
And he goes and he 1v1s each of the 4 generals or whatever. And all the fights are just he wins by being well-rounded in one particular way that just fucks them over really hard. Such as there's a really fast assassin guy, and he's taking a bunch of hits, but he just gets something. I forget exactly how it works, but he gets something off, and he gets just one shot, and just one shots him pretty much. And he's like, I didn't think you would break the whole building. He's like, well, yeah, I didn't think I was gonna be able to catch you that easily, There's the tough guy who, big physical boy. He's like, this might have been really hard, but I can use magic really well, and his magical resistance isn't very good.
The ultimate all-rounder.
Yeah, there's weird cat girl chick. Their fight is even more confusing. They're just standing by each other hey, what's up? I'm just kind of vibing here, I'm just waiting for X or whatever. And at some point they realize they have to fight, and after that, he beats her, and she's like, oh, I'm a beast clan, and now I'm in love with you because you beat me in a fight. Yeah, I'm trying not to talk about that one.
Why do they always do that with Beast Clan people?
I don't know, dude. They really do. It's definitely the least obnoxious version of that trope I've seen in a long time, but it is still pretty obnoxious. She's kind of funny. She gets a specifically good bit where, like, they're considering hiring him, and they're like, okay, well, what are each of you four generals, like, doing for the reconstruction kind of stuff? And she's, like, super ditzy airhead kind of type. I mean, she's, like, probably, like, a teen or something. And the others are, like, they're all, like, pretty smart. And, so it's like, okay, well, what do you each do? And, you know, you go through each of the other three other than the cat girl or whatever. And, they're like, we do this thing or this thing. And it's not really anything that important. And he's like, oh, well, what do you do? He says to the cat chick. And she's like, oh, I handle the logistics. And he's like, isn't that the most important thing? And they're like, yeah, you know, it was pretty funny. She couldn't even, like, say the word. It was pretty good. And then with the fight with the magic chick, it's like, he wins it by, like, he knows a spell that seals off all magic for everybody in the range. And she's like, well, anyone who could use that spell normally has to focus in magic, but he just has a sword and is good at the sword too. And she,
very eventful first episode.
Yeah, she just tries to, like, bonk him with a staff, and he's like, I'll leave out the part where you started crying. Yeah. And they're like, man, that's tough, buddy, that's tough. But I thought all the bits were honestly pretty good. They try to do, like, a little bit of a serious thing in that, like, they talk about how he was exiled or whatever. And it's like, it's kind of an interesting take in that, like, it's basically everyone sees him, like, the demon army doesn't really get that far in the first place. So most of the people are kind of removed from the horrors of war kind of thing. And they just see this guy who's really crazy strong. Did you hear this guy soloed the demon? He's kind of like a monster himself. Hopefully he doesn't, like, try to kill us. That would be pretty bad. Nobody could stop him. That would be pretty bad. And so they kind of all just go, hey, King, can you pretty please tell him to leave? He is going to kill us all. And so he's like, hey, you know what? If they're going to kill me, I'll kill them first. And I'm like, I don't. Okay. But I don't know. Overall, I thought it was pretty funny for the most part. The comedic timing was, like, surprisingly good. I think that shit, like, sells a show or kills it entirely in this kind of genre. I thought it was pretty good.
In this kind of genre, the comedy one.
Oh, you know. Well, it's like comedy and half other shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
But am I gonna watch more? I probably should, but I'm afraid it'll fall off very hard. So would I recommend it?
Keep your fond memory of your first episode.
Yeah. Would I recommend it? Probably not, unless you're predisposed to watching, like, fantasy type shit. But yeah, it's not an isekai. It's just fantasy. But yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so now that I've rambled, Justin, you can now ramble about Tomodachi Game. Did anyone else watch this? I don't think so, right?
No, I didn't.
Zer0 here.
I am here. Justin,
did you watch
I believe in you.
Tomodachi Game?
You got it, Justin.
I'll take that as a no.
Our only hope.
So this series was something I read the manga for, actually, a long time ago.
What?
Was adapted. It's very okay. That's the best way I could put it. Like, it has strong moments and a few strong characters, but there's just a lot of really annoying shit they do for some reason.
I see.
So, like, obviously the main concept, it's like a game. There's like, oh, there's this cool group of friends. You got Yuichi. He's poor. That's his character trait in the beginning.
That's awesome. He's just like me.
You got Shio. She's like the class representative or vice president. She might actually just be the class president. I don't remember. Yutori. I guess her thing is she's like a nice girl.
Awesome.
She might be hot. I don't know.
Ooh, okay.
You got Tenji. He's a smart guy. He got glasses, you know.
Oh.
He's also Kishima Koma from Type Lumina, the same voice actor.
Oh, I see.
Really good voice actor. I like him. And then you got Makoto. He's like the pretty boy guy who's, you know, he's kind of an idiot, but he's a good friend. You know, that's the friend group we got here. And then they gather funds for a class trip. Yuichi's poor, so he's like, I got all this money. And then they finally bring it in, and then it all gets stolen. everyone's like, what the fuck happened? So they all blame him because he's poor, you know?
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
And so then each of the friends all get a letter. It's like, I'm going to confess this from Yuichi, but he gets a letter for someone else that says he's going to do it. And then they go to school and they get kidnapped and put in a game to like get rid of their debt, basically called Tomodachi game or friend game.
I see.
And the whole concept of it is they basically just trying to break their friendship through it.
Makes sense.
If you watch the first 2 episodes, this show will seem like awful because the characters seem so uninteresting and like nothing to them other than what's first shown. But it takes a long time for the like stuff to be shown because there's too many plot twists in my opinion. But there's a lot of them.
I see.
Where I'm just like, they really are making all these characters unlikable by the end of this. That's crazy.
That's pretty tough.
Main character I do like, but it's like, I don't know. He's also kind of cringe sometimes.
Right.
The most annoying thing about the show is that you get the view of the administrators. Not really. They're just people like the staff of them who run the game, and they're always commenting on like, in most situations, friend groups will do this because that is human nature.
Oh boy.
And that's just, I was like, if they didn't have this commentary, this show would be like 200% better because they just like over explain stuff that does not need it. It's really frustrating for this type of genre.
I hate when that shit happens. Like,
But
when you see someone doing something fucked up to someone else, you like, I shouldn't have to hear the narration in the back go like, isn't that fucked up? That's just how humans are. You can't do anything about it. Like,
this shit is so annoying. And the show is like too much of that.
Awesome.
And I really don't want to spoil much, so I can't talk about really anything.
I see.
Because the first season will not get too much from what I can tell. Maybe it will, but there is one character that gets introduced much later. I think is a really cool character.
Is the manga like done or is it like long?
No, it's still ongoing. There's like 90 chapters though. It's nearing the end,
okay.
I believe.
I see.
Every time I think that more stuff happens though, so maybe not.
Published monthly, I assume.
I don't know. I think it's weekly actually.
Really?
Or at least bi-weekly. I don't think it's monthly though. I'd have to look again. I actually reread the manga after watching this because I was like, I remember not hating the show, so there has to be some stuff I'm forgetting. So I did read it and I was like, yeah, okay. It's not horrible. Give it like a 5.
I see.
High standards.
I don't know. I don't think this is something that'll get adapted well as an anime.
I see.
So I would mostly not recommend it, but I think there are a lot of people who might like this genre of like high tension games, you know, betraying people, etc., whatever.
Definitely.
Right.
Protagonist is very smart, which you'll find out eventually. Some people might enjoy that, but I don't know.
Okay.
That's about it.
So an overall, maybe is the manga better than the anime then?
Oh, from what I've seen, yeah. But it's like it's hard to judge the anime when it hasn't gotten to any of the big manga parts,
right?
Because there's like a lot of setup where they make characters seem very unassuming on purpose. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Hard to say.
Fair enough.
I'd have to wait until it's fully finished to.
Right. Sometimes those bigger moments can do really well being animated.
Yeah, I think it will, like, voice acting will do well if they give, like, especially to the main character, if his moments are good with voice acting, could really help, but...
Right, yeah.
We will have to see.
Indeed. So, next show, what, the Skeleton one? What the fuck is this even called?
Zero's the one I watched.
Overlord.
Skeleton Knight in Another World.
I watched this literally today.
So tell me about Budget Overlord.
I mean,
which
it's not
already
really,
is a budget show. Oh,
it's not really that close to Overlord at all. Besides the fact that
but it's a skeleton
protagonists
who's a
are
gamer,
Skeleton Knight gamers
in another world.
Yeah, I know. So the first thing that needs to be said is that the first episode, and by first episode I mean the first like 50 seconds of the first episode, are in abominably poor taste.
Okay. That bad?
Yeah, well, you get hit with a content warning at the start of every episode. And so I saw that after episode 1, and I think the last shows I saw with a content warning were like Elena. And that one took a while to kick in. So I was like, all right, yeah, sure, whatever. And it just immediately jumps into it.
Oh.
I was like, whoa, wait, hold on a second. Like, I felt bad for laughing, given the subject matter. It was an attempted rape scene.
I see.
But at the
Okay.
same time, like, I was just so shocked.
Yeah, I mean,
That
what the fuck are you supposed to expect?
It was unintentionally hilarious. So that, like, that whole section of that episode is in really poor taste. Like, I don't really think it wasn't necessary for it to be that graphic. Like, it doesn't really serve any narrative purpose for it to be that way. Like, I think there's an argument for that in something like Goblin Slayer, but not
right.
here.
Goblin Slayer, for as like gratuitous as the scene is, right? Like, at least has a lot of narrative purpose.
Yeah, I mean, it's
the stakes it establishes immediately off that scene is very.
Yeah, it's supposed to
Right.
set up goblins in general as disgusting, irredeemable creatures, right?
Right, and that people often underestimate them very hard.
Yeah, I mean, it did its job. It was there for a purpose. It was a little
Really-
gratuitous, but
Yeah, the problem with the scene is just that it's gratuitous, for sure.
yeah, but it was a forgivable sin. This one was just kind of like, all right.
Kind of just
But-
there.
The show itself is like actually pretty lighthearted. Gamer Skeledude is just he immediately reconciles the fact that he is basically in a video game.
Uh-huh.
And then he says, "Oh shit, wait a fucking second. I'm a skeleton. That's no good." So I guess
That
I'll
is
just
no
do yeah. I guess I'll just go do normal gamer things. So like, you know, he's taking fetch quests, going around.
hitting trees.
Yeah. And so like honestly, I felt like a lot of the comedy was pretty funny. But
Okay.
the darker aspects were I felt like they were a little gratuitous. Although I will say it also feels like the show has very little direction in the first several
Right.
episodes. It takes a long time to actually get into any sort of narrative. It gets there in episodes 3 and 4, which is like already an investment.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Although I will say, you know, the guy said, "Oh wow, this is like an event quest where I have to help a beautiful elf. What gamer would not do that?" And I was like, so true, dude, so true. So 10 out of 10
What
show.
gamer?
That's facts, brother.
What gamer?
I play games.
I know.
Like, hello? So what I'm hearing is not as bad as you would expect, but maybe not great.
Given the first 50 seconds, not as bad as I expected.
Right.
I mean,
that sounds pretty bad.
Yeah.
All right, big question: better or worse than Overlord?
I mean, I like Overlord more, but I also prefer darker stories in general. I've also read the Overlord light novels.
Holy fuck.
I also read some of it.
So, a bit of a... I mean, like, I'm enjoying myself watching it, but it's probably in the realm of things that I would probably not recommend. You know?
Right,
Like,
yeah.
it's not the thing that would come to my mind if somebody said, recommend me a fantasy show.
Right.
But, I mean, it's fine. It's got a cute
Yeah,
elf girl in it. Oh, and she's from
Yeah.
Canada.
What?
The Canadian elves are real.
Yeah.
Is she like also isekai'd, or is there Canada in this fantasy
No,
universe?
it's literally Canada.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was easily the most shocking moment so far. I changed my anime list note for this show to the lyrics of "Oh Canada." Because the elves, their last name is from the village they're from, and her last name is Maple. And I was like, oh, that's
Oh my god.
that's kind of funny, right? You know,
Yeah.
I guess they have a lot of maple trees there. And she was talking about it, and she goes, yeah, in the Great Canada Forest.
Oh my god.
I said, there's no way. Canada?
That's
What the
real?
fuck?
That is
Yeah.
that is awesome.
So this show has Canadian representation. Shout outs to my brothers in the north.
Incredible.
Yeah, that was
Well, I think
hilarious.
worth a watch then on that.
Yeah,
basis
purely
alone.
for Canada. Nothing else.
Big Canada fan.
Big
Love me
fans
some
of
hockey.
Canada around here.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the next thing. We got summertime render. This is sitting at 8.25 right now. I just want to mention. Does someone who is not me want to take a crack at describing this? Gavin, maybe?
Has anyone else watched this?
Yeah, I've watched it.
Yeah, I did.
We all have.
I think everybody watched it, yeah.
Even though it's in Disney Plus jail.
Give Gavin some
That's
spotlight
awesome.
Dude,
time.
give me the worst spotlight time. This show was so all over the place. He's like,
What?
huh?
I was going to say, do you have another thing left that you watched that you could put in the spotlight?
I mean, I watched the fucking Dawn of the Witch one.
Oh,
Also bad.
Okay, I'll give you the spotlight on that one too.
Spunky, what are you doing, man?
This dude picked the worst shows to watch.
Did you like sit at a dartboard with all the shows this
I watched
season
this
on
one. I watched both of those in Call with Ishii and Cole.
Yeah.
it? Interesting choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this one was just so serious that, you know, it kind of ruined the experience. It kind of ruined the masterpiece. Anyways, continue.
Well, his parents died. He moves back to was it Tokyo or I forget. But
I don't remember the island name. It's some island.
there's like dangerous like people roaming that are like copies of like actual real people that are like killing like the entire family. They're not like killing random people. It's just like wiping out an entire family in particular, and that happens to one of the families that he was like that they were just speaking with, or like they knew recently. And I don't know, I only watched one episode. I feel like I didn't like get that much from it. Like they go into the forest, and the whole ending of that episode was just something else. I don't even know how to particularly describe
I mean, that's
that.
what happens when you watch exactly one episode of a mystery show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why.
Quote unquote mystery.
Yeah, Cole and I we discussed this a little bit already.
Yeah.
And we're like, I feel like they just dumped the entire mystery on us in the first episode.
There's definitely more mystery in terms of what exactly is causing it. To be honest, I don't really care. They're gonna make it's some Japanese mythos, or it's some random anime trope or something, right? But like the very first scene, I mean, I was never under the impression that this was like not gonna be supernatural or anything. Like
I was hoping it would just be like a murder mystery, honestly, which I was like, oh, it's supernatural.
It starts right away, and the first scene is okay, we're going to the island. He's got two sisters. One of them, they're not like actually his sisters, but like adoptive sisters or whatever. He went to live with them for a long time, and then he's been on his own in Tokyo for a while, and now he's coming back. And it's like the first scene is I'm going to the one girl's funeral, and he's daydreaming, and it's a daydream with the sister, and she's like, "Remember, you gotta find me. We're going to the island. You gotta find me." And I'm like, awesome. This is corny as fuck. That just took me out of it so hard immediately, to where you can't write that off at all as like, what a silly daydream he just had. Like in my head, I'm like, okay, supernatural elements, something weird is up, and not in a particularly cool way. Like I'm in my head at that exact moment, I'm thinking, okay, he's like gotta find her, you know, and she's like dead. So there's something supernatural. Is she like still alive? Maybe she like comes back. Maybe it's like something else. But immediately, like my sense of stake is like thrown into the river. Like I'm like, okay, and the whole episode is streamlined so hard, and like it feels like every other conversation is like, it's just weird, you know, sometimes I see my friend and they seem really different, like they don't answer me when I wave to them, and they have this weird look in their eyes. And then we go to the funeral, and the one girl at the funeral, who's a little kid, her eyes are completely hollow, she's got no pupils or whatever kind of thing, and it's like, oh, I wonder what's going on there. And then the night before, it's like, oh, his sister is the clone of her is outside while they're having dinner inside. What's going on here? It's like every other scene had one of these things, and it's like I feel like you're supposed to go for a mix of like realism and mystery, and then it crescendos to a point of, oh shit, things got real. But for me, it was like, it was nothing but giving it away.
Yeah, I think one of the worst things you can do in this type of thing is show the monster immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
if they had kept it like hidden and like weird shit was happening for like you could even do up to like 10 episodes of never seeing it somehow, but like it being there is far creepier than just being like, oh yep, there it is. Okay.
I don't
Right.
really agree at all. Actually, I think it's fine. Like,
I'm surprised.
I mean, I did my homework before I watched this show because I was looking into reading the manga for a significant period of time, so I knew more what I was getting into. What bothered me more was the unnecessary fan service.
that
which
was
is
also
completely
really silly.
inconsistent with the tone of the show, I thought.
Yeah, the tone. I mean, this one episode does everything it can to slaughter the tone. Immediate. Oh, I'm in the girl's boobies on the boat, and
Don't
then
remind me.
his sister like is unable to stop her bike. I don't know.
It's true. She wasn't able to
and
stop her bike.
She falls into the river, and when she's falling in the river, slow mo panty shot of her upskirt. Oh my gosh. Oh, but also we're at a funeral here, guys. Like, I don't know what they were expecting. I feel like this would have been. I would double my score of this opening segment if it was like 3 episodes instead of 1, and they fixed some of the tone issues. Like, it's not that hard to do, but I guess they just wanted to get to the immediate like premise within the first episode. I guess everything has to get to the premise in the first episode now. People got tired of the 3-episode rule, and now it's every show ends on the big climactic moment, and you probably don't even need to watch the series anymore. I don't know.
This is the 21st century. We're all Zoomers with 10-minute attention spans.
I guess, man. It was really frustrating.
It's weird too.
I was
'cause
really frustrated.
I would call it pretty cringe.
It's weird too because it's
Yeah.
a whole 25 episodes, right?
Yeah, they've
Yeah,
got
got
so
time.
much time.
Although I
So
think
much
it's the manga's completed, so it might be because it's supposed to be a complete adaptation.
Full. Yeah, that's a little bit.
But it's an 140 chapter manga,
Yeah, that's.
Oh boy,
so
There's no way.
there's no
Yeah.
way, right? But what if that's what they're trying to do?
they probably are.
That's what the messaging is to me from the
Yeah,
pacing.
yeah.
I mean, the pacing in the second episode felt a lot slower for sure. I mean, I
I
watched
agree.
2 episodes.
I think they just wanted to see some brains blown out in the first
Yep.
episode,
Yep.
and then after that, I think it's been a lot better.
And now it's Higurashi or ReZero or what's another time loop show? I don't know.
Steins Gate.
It's not saying
Among
manga.
Us. Yeah.
I do like the cop dude. He's kind of a funny little guy.
He reminds me of the cop from Zombieland Saga.
Yeah.
It's also
He just got that shit
it
pulled
has
up on
done a
his
good
phone in
job.
public.
of establishing that he can die at just any time, unexpectedly.
Right.
Which I think is, I don't even think it's a mystery anymore. I think it's just supposed to be a supernatural thriller, which is
Right.
cool.
I told Cole I'll at least be interested if they explored like time loop trauma because that's a fun theme generally and interesting to me.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, Shinpei does a lot of more thinking than the typical anime protagonist. I like that we actually get insight into his thoughts, and he's not just, sitting here jacking off for the first 3 time loops like, oh man, I wonder what's happening.
Right.
Because that is typical of this kind of show.
Yeah.
He's immediately into, all right, maybe I don't want to get stabbed.
Yeah. It's like the thing about the first episode that really sucks is just that it doesn't feel diegetic at all. Like it feels like I'm getting railroaded in this plot super hard. Like I said, because like every other conversation is consisting of like the plot kind of thing. But like, you watch something like Higurashi, you watch something like Shiki, you watch any of these other like horror mystery type things, and it's like they always do their best to get you used to the town as it is and how the interactions work. And then when one person says, I've been seeing this weird thing, you're like, hey buddy, I get it, but I don't believe in UFOs. Like, come on now. But in this, it's like every other scene, to the point where you're like, I wonder if it's about fucking UFOs.
Random hunter dude comes in. Oh, you must be talking about the shadow demons.
my
Yeah,
God,
I've seen a
dude.
couple of
A couple of them in my
It's like,
time.
all right.
Yeah, holy fuck.
Happens
Hey,
to
up
me
to
all
no
the time.
good.
I
He
mean,
seems kind of raw. He might be a raw character, but it's still just
Yeah.
like, okay, he just really dumped that on us
Yeah.
out of nowhere. Like, hey.
they really felt. I mean, how much cooler would this have been if there was like one, like if that opening scene didn't have the stupid fucking cold open on the dream sequence? That was horrendous. And if there's like one like observation of like my friends are kind of weird sometimes, kind of thing, something you can like write off, and maybe the one girl looks weird at the funeral still.
Suspension of disbelief.
I think lately anime has been doing a really shitty job of making like, it feels like every time they want to make a character weird, they just make the eyes all the one solid shade, and it's like, gee, I wonder, like it's not believable kind of thing. But like how much better would it be if those things were changed, and then at the end he gets fucking domed, right? And the time loop shit starts.
I think
and it's like, whoa, holy fuck.
the dream sequence is narratively necessary. But
Why so?
I don't
Otherwise,
really,
like, we don't know what the narrative is about.
I
or-
don't really want to say. I mean, I think he mentioned it, like his eyes are not the same color anymore.
Mhm.
So clearly
Right.
something has caused his eye to go funny.
Right.
And I'm of the opinion, based on how everyone else is acting, I guess I will say it because it's 3 episodes. I don't know.
Okay. That's
That it has something to do with him being granted the ability to be more aware of the supernatural happenings on the island. Like, people are just ignoring shit that happens.
Mhm.
He's the only one who sees it. And I'm sitting here and I'm just like, wow, nobody really noticed the fucking burned corpse marks on the ground. That seems kind of hard to miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're saying the protagonist is the only one with the brain? Whoa.
Well, it's either he's the only one with a brain or there's more supernatural tomfoolery caused by the
Sounds like-
dream sequence when he gets to the island for the first time. I don't think it's that horrendous at all.
I think it sounds like it is
I
an
can
issue of bad writing.
I can live with a first 5-minute exposition dump.
I don't. It's the problem. Like, I'm fine with exposition dumps, but it's like giving it all away right away. Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, clearly it's not giving anything away because the series never intended for it to be secret in the first place. Clearly,
I guess.
right?
I guess.
I think it's pretty obvious that the MO was never to keep this part of the story secret. So,
I suppose.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of naive to be like, oh, and without knowing the full scope of what's going to happen, because unless there is truly no other mystery, then it's
But
like,
it's such a-
whatever. But I mean, there obviously has to be.
Such a lame opening. Like, if I just turned this on randomly, like I did, like, I would have just closed it at the, like, first minute or so. Like, I didn't find anything to be, like, particularly engaging. I don't, like, trying to solve and figure out more. I don't know. I wasn't sold like I am in, like, other stuff.
Yeah. I guess I'm hung up on the mystery stuff so much is because, like, there's not much else going on with it. Like, nothing else would sell me on it. Like, that there's, like, thriller stuff happening, I guess, but, like, I don't know.
That's what I said. I'm at least interested to see if there's, like, good thriller stuff. So
I think
my
definitely...
standard of patience is much higher for 25 episode shows.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm gonna die someday, and I haven't
I'll die
watched
tomorrow.
all manner of classic shows yet, and I can't. It's very hard for me to put faith in something like this. I'd be like, well, the rest of it probably is building something better, which it probably is. I suspect the first episode is probably the worst one, but I also think if you are good at writing, you probably wouldn't write a bad first episode, given that it's extremely important. Even if you have these reasons of, we gotta make sure he gets fucking domed by the end of the first episode, no matter what, even if it breaks suspension of disbelief or whatever. Like, you know, it's like the last time people did that shit where they're like, well, surely, you know, fixes the writing issues. It gets better. I watched all of Attack on Titan, and unfortunately, it had the same issue of the author wrote the whole story. So the guy who wrote the first episode wrote the rest of it too. So it was all stupid. I don't know. It's definitely not like the worst thing ever. The production value is quite good. Directing, not bad. Could use some work in some scenes, but overall not bad. But the tone really sucks. It's really nice to look at. The character designs are also quite good. I like a lot of them. They're like more realistic, but to a degree where they're still all very recognizable, which is a hard balance to hit. But I don't know, it just doesn't have much going for it.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
I think I'm kind of in between you and Zer0. I think so.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was just looking at the studio, and they've done like a bazillion Pokemon movies. I was just like, OLM, who?
Now that you mention it, kind of looks like a Pokemon.
They did the
movie.
Berserk movie.
Yeah, dude, what the hell
they
is
did-
going?
Oh,
They did
it's the
Odd
same studio.
Taxi, dude. They did fucking Utawareru Mono. Have I lived under a rock? What's going on, man?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we'll
Shall
go
we
on to the
move
next
on?
thing. Yeah. Did anyone watch whatever fucking isekai show this is? The greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical nobody.
No,
I'll tell you, I
Spunky?
did not watch this.
Spunky?
No.
So nobody watched
sure-
this.
Nobody
I'm
watched.
sure it's very good with its 6.82 rating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure
I mean,
it
I'm
was,
sure it's really good.
Yeah.
Yours
Okay,
says
moving on.
6.82. Mine says 6.7.
Mine's
that's what
It
definitely
went down.
6.7.
I gotta refresh my
Maybe
page.
I-
Yeah,
wait,
five
maybe I
button,
have to
yeah,
refresh.
five.
It did go down.
Yep.
It went down to 1.1 and the wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
great.
insane.
We'll skip over that then. Did anyone watch Kako no Inazuke?
Yeah, a couple of cuckoos.
Couple of Cuckoos. Oh, right. This one people are
Switch
hyping
that
up
bird.
actually. aren't
Like,
they?
goofy
No,
as hell.
I have seen literally the exact opposite. I've seen manga readers heralding doom.
I
Oh,
see.
really?
maybe I meant the wrong kind of hyping, as in, people were, oh my god, it's this, rather than out of a place of goodness. Yeah, I don't know shit about it. Did anyone watch it?
Nope.
I'm looking at the picture. It just looks
Yeah, it's-
wrong. So
Yeah.
Making me uncomfortable.
something feels wrong.
16-year-old super studier. That's me.
I'd rather
Nagi
read, move
Umo-
on.
Umino, second
Just
year
scaring
student
me.
at
Cut the tape.
switched at birth. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna. Next thing,
Mhm.
It's my time.
Otome game.
Wait, did you watch this show too, Zero?
Yeah, dude. I've been.
Oh my god.
Me and the bestie.
I said this show was so like unintentionally funny.
No,
I know.
it's totally intentional,
I know Justin was very excited about talking about this.
dude. It's pretty epic.
It's just so fucked up and like weird. I don't even know.
Dude, the path of T is the only path.
Alright, Sensei is pretty cool.
You wanna
Do you,
give me a synopsis? One of you two.
you want me to? Zero,
No,
or
I
do
can
you
give the
wanna-
synopsis. Then you can talk about the fun stuff. So,
Okay. All right.
mild-mannered protagonist gets bullied by his little sister into playing a shitty Otome game
Awesome.
because she can't beat it herself because she's a terrible gamer.
She doesn't know how to Google.
No, well,
Oh.
Well, the problem is
The
that the
game
game
is
is
shit.
just like
it's really bad. It's
Okay.
it has like Fire Emblem like combat in
What?
it, and all the units it gives you like suck.
Yeah.
What?
And so it's all to encourage in-app purchases.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
So
I was. Now you got me thinking about the
the-
fucking Psyche Kuso bit.
yeah, the
he's
MC
playing the
takes
shit.
like a couple days, and he does nothing but play the game. But he beats it after utilizing the power of the credit card.
Oh, nice.
And on his way to go get some food, he collapses from exhaustion and fucking dies.
Oh.
And so he gets
Okay.
He falls down
He
the
falls
stairs.
down the
It's not
stairs,
just
yeah.
exhaustion. Don't
Oh,
worry.
okay.
he got stared.
Imagine dying from playing a fucking Otome game. How sad is
Yeah,
that?
but ask him.
He also died from falling down the stairs. I mean, he
No,
seems,
it was-
he seems
it was-
rather weak.
If I played this Otome game, I'd die too.
That's awesome.
So he gets reincarnated in the Otome game. And
As one does.
it is at this point that we should mention that the fucking world building for this Otome game is just like the greatest jackass writing scheme I've ever seen. It's a matriarchy. So men are just treated like fucking dirt.
Sound like
You got
shit.
giant-
Sound like
you
shit
got-
right
You
now.
got
You got giant robot mechs, you got
mechs,
airships,
floating
you
islands.
got
Okay.
you got beast race that people use as sex slaves
Yeah,
apparently.
definitely sex slaves.
As one does.
100% what it is. Yeah, and so his mother.
Oh, you got feudalism
Yeah.
too. Don't forget about
Right,
that.
we can't forget the feudalism. Yeah, so his stepmother decides to either marry him off to a 50-year-old woman or send him to war so that he will die and collect her life insurance or his life
Nice.
insurance. Yeah, great, right? And so he says, "All right, maybe not." So then he goes and utilizes the power of the credit card
Oh. Okay.
and unintentionally gets involved with the game's main story, despite the fact that he is a side character. Hence the title.
The whole thing is he keeps calling himself a mob character. He's like, I just want to live a peaceful, laid back country life.
Oh, I see.
With a nice house and like be maybe a small like duke or baron, because that's like the power levels of this. It's like dukes, barons, knights, and kings and all that shit.
Mhm.
With mechs, by the way. So-
Right. As one has.
He means it too.
And so he's like, well, I bought this ship with my credit card, so maybe it's still there in the game before the protagonist, the whatever girl, goes and gets it. So he risks his life to go find this like mecha ship, which he does, and then it almost kills him. But it's like, you seem kind of interesting. I'll let you live. Because I guess there was like an old human race and a new human race, and he's like, I can detect part of the old human race in you.
Okay.
At which point
Whatever.
our protagonist said, "God damn, the world building for this game sucks."
Yeah, Leon, our awesome protagonist.
Leon.
Dude, he's such a scumbag. It's awesome.
So then with the ship he goes and gets lots of money, and then he goes to the academy. And then immediately you notice things are off because the protagonist in the actual Otome game is now like not the protagonist. There's some other girl there that's taking all 5 Chad guys
Whoa.
with names such as Brad and Greg. Those are my 2 favorites. And so he's like, oh, that's weird. What's up with that? Kind of. She's like, oh, she should be the protagonist. So he kind of just goes through school with a bit. His 2 other poor friends, none of them can get laid, and they're all sad about it.
That's tough. That's tough.
They're like trying to propose to women, but they're like, women are so mean here. I hate this. I want to go home.
Why is
Like,
everybody
they're all
so
just-
mean to me?
Dude, they're all like just assholes.
So bad.
Sheesh.
Except for Olivia.
I was like, this feels like an incel show.
Oh, I mean, the instant you hear matriarchy, the siren should be going off in your head. Like,
well, it's all really tongue in cheek.
right.
Like, I think it's both to poke fun just at the general structure of Otome games like that in general, but also how clearly this is a popular trope with genders reversed.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, school goes on for a while. So this girl that showed up is like taking all the guys, and so the main antagonist, Angelica, who's like normally the protagonist, going to get somebody like, you're of lower class, you can't go with him or whatever.
No.
She's like trying to do that, but they're all acting out of character because she's like manipulating the game or the world or whatever.
Damn.
So now she's getting like sidelined. Eventually she challenges them to a duel, and then she's like, I need a champion, but no one wants to help her because they're going against the prince, you know?
Oh.
It's like, that's bad. And he steps up, he's like, all right, I'll do it. I hate these fucking guys. I've seen their face too much.
Yeah. That's his whole motivation.
Yeah, so then he just starts playing the like Omega heel role where he's just trying to piss everyone off now because he's like, I hate this shitty academy. I want to go home. I don't care if I die fighting these guys. So he duels all 5 of them separately by himself, but he has like the super mech robot.
He has the
found.
credit
So
card.
He has the power of the credit card. So he simultaneously beats their asses one by one while berating them the entire time.
That sounds amazing.
and he steals everyone in the school's money because they all bet on the other people. And he's like, I don't feel bad. And the whole time he's just being a total dickhead about it. It's pretty funny.
That sounds godlike.
Yeah, it's. Is it good? I don't know, man. It looks kind of scuffed, but is it fun to watch? Very.
It's pretty entertaining.
Very
it's pretty
fun
entertaining.
to watch.
You're making me want to watch it.
It's quite funny. Just like the world, how horrible, like the intentionally horrible the world they set up is.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
And like,
yeah, you can tell it's totally deliberate.
yeah, and it stopped. It feels like a parody. Like, I feel it has to be. Otherwise, I just like, I don't know who the fuck's writing this.
Yeah, I mean it's supposed to be a parody of the whole dating sim nonsense genre. I mean,
Right.
the whole reason why it's even like got the whole Fire Emblem SRPG nonsense going on is, quote, yeah, they outsourced this Otome game to a studio that normally made games for men, and so they just like threw all this stuff in here and made it unreasonably difficult.
Yeah, when he starts fighting them all, he's like, wait, I remember now. All these units sucked ass in the game, so they can't be that strong.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Yeah.
And he pulls out a shovel and he beats the first guy's ass with a fucking giant mech shovel.
This sounds raw as fuck. I can't lie.
It's pretty funny. Like I actually went and read more of the manga because I was like, I have to see where this goes.
Uh-huh.
And it's I think it starts taking itself too seriously though.
Oh, I see.
Unfortunately, I have horrible news for you, Zero.
That is
Oh
quite
no,
tough.
I agree. I'm actually caught up on the manga.
Oh my god. These guys are
Okay, yeah,
fiends.
where it goes from like this might be a fun parody thing. It's like 30 chapters.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But it's like, oh, this is like kind of a fun parody to like, oh, he's actually like, oh, I have to consider the stake of the world now, and I have to make sure to not manipulate the world like any too much, where he actually starts caring, and then he gets his own like people that like him, and it just falls into that kind of shit. So,
Although he is not very happy about it at all. At any point in time.
It is consistently funny how he keeps trying to like downplay all of his achievements and give them to other people, but he just keeps getting promoted. He's suffering from success. Because he's like, I just want to live a quiet life, like fucking Yoshikage Kira.
Awesome.
But everything he does, he just keeps getting more fame and promotions from it. So he just simply
It's
cannot.
entirely due to the credit card.
Yeah.
Credit card go hard.
Dude, it really does.
One thing I do like eventually later on is that the 5 characters who just seem like they're going to be like, oh, he beats the shit out of him, whatever. They actually do get like some character development that's kind of meaningful. So
Solid.
By they, you mean Chris.
yes, I mean,
Yes, exactly 1 of 5.
Awesome.
the other 2 got a little bit. What was like Greg and I don't even know the purple hair guy.
Dude,
I
they're
think.
too busy sucking Marie's dick.
Yeah. Oh, you find out. Spoilers maybe for people who actually care, but the Marie is his isekai sister. Actually, also.
No.
It's literally so obvious.
Yeah. It's a kind of a reveal, but like you could tell almost.
Her first line
like, this guy's
is like,
acting like my brother. It's like, oh, I wonder who this is.
I gave this shitty game to my brother, but now I'm here, and you're sitting there, and you're like, ah, man, what a coinky-dink, huh?
Oh boy.
But she never beat the game, so
Yeah.
she just starts fucking everything up all the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Because her brother died after beating it for her.
It's really weird because she's like, I don't know, she died. She says something about getting like divorced and her parents like kicking her out or something because her brother died playing the Otome game.
Oh my god.
So I don't understand how it works. I guess she got isekai. She died probably a lot later in life.
She killed him,
Question
man.
mark.
Look, I'm not questioning the isekai timeline.
Yeah,
I
kill
was
him.
like, she got put in the same timeline as him, even though she died maybe 50 years later or something. I don't know.
That's funny. Rather strange. Rather strange.
Very weird but funny show. So I don't know. I think if you want something to turn your brain off and laugh at, I would recommend this.
Solid. Solid.
Just because
solid.
of how absurd it is, and watching someone play the heel is pretty entertaining because
True.
he's just like certified just good at pissing people off.
Sounds
so.
like it'll give a
Quite
giggle
so.
or two.
This is
Well,
one
look,
Yeah.
couple
True
hee-hees.
Couple
Couple
ha-has.
Kibi hoo hoo ha-has.
Hoo-hoo.
Yep.
So pretty funny.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Oh,
Uh,
man.
Nobody watched
No, I did.
Rike Gakoi?
Never
Wait,
mind.
you did?
Oh, no. Do I have to press the F5 button again?
What? Probably not. I don't know.
No, I don't think anybody's watched Science Fell in Love. So I tried to prove it.
I watched
But I have
Seinfeld.
watched Love After World Domination.
Okay. You talk about this. I have to use the bathroom.
Have
Good luck.
fun. All right.
Thank you.
This is a Super Sentai parody. Which, for us Westerners, means this is a Power Rangers parody. In which
Okay.
our protagonist starts an illicit relationship. It's basically a Jason X Rita Repulsa fanfic.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude, it's actually really funny. It's super extra. It's basically just fucking Power Rangers, and they're playing it completely straight. But like, none of the citizens take it super seriously. Like, you know, the fucking goon squad rolls up to a park, and they're like, "Oh, we're here to do evil things." And you pan over to these two kids, and they're like hiding behind a bench, and they're like, "Oh my god, dude, this is awesome." It's just, there's like, all I'm saying is, like, I knew exactly what I was in for when the opening played, and it had one of the fucking tokusatsu guys just posing cheeked up, completely flexing his ass in the opening.
Awesome.
And I was like, all right.
Do you got it like that?
So you're just like, yeah, I love this
Yeah.
shit. Sign me up.
Well, I mean, so it's a cute little rom-com, honestly. I'm enjoying myself a lot. The Super Sentai parody aspect is pretty funny too. I don't really have a lot more to say.
I don't think I've ever watched Power Rangers or anything.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, it's a cute little gag romantic comedy. There's
Cool.
nothing quite like, you know, beating
Nothing
up
like
a
flexing
bear.
your ass.
Nothing like flexing
Oh,
your
yeah.
ass in the opening. Dude, so true. So true.
So that was all you had for that show?
Yeah, I mean, there's really not a lot to talk about because it's a gag comedy, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the overarching narrative is like not really there. We're just here to watch them all fucking screw around. There is a little bit of a narrative. Also, main girl is really cute. Now,
All right, let me take a look at this.
I will mention
Magahara Desumi.
that I am inherently biased towards blondes.
I think Cole is too.
You know, it's a good choice. It's a good place to be.
Good place to be.
It's a good place to be.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right.
Next up
what
is
this show?
definitely.
Science Fell in Love. So I tried to prove it R=1.
Oh my god, dude! I was so
Awesome.
mad when I saw that title because, like, how dare they?
I don't think that translated right.
No,
at all.
that is that's a heart in polar coordinates, and I hate that I know that.
Huh?
Wow.
Ah,
I was gonna
Yeah.
we're talking
I was
about
thinking
the
about
next show. We already talked about.
trying this, but then I realized it was the second
sequel?
season.
I just
Oh, it's the
yeah,
second season
I
of
couldn't
that
believe
show.
they had
Okay.
the audacity to put the fucking polar coordinate heart. It's like when Quintuplets season 2 came out and they made the season 2 sign a double integral. I was like, you bastards disgust me.
What in the fuck are you guys talking about?
We're talking about the Science Fell in Love second
Oh,
season.
okay.
How they did
Heart.
R=1 minus sine theta, and it's a heart. Yeah.
Awesome.
I was talking about my pure unbridled rage that they would dare.
I
Bro,
gotta agree with you on
I'm
that one.
watching anime to escape mathematics. Why you gotta bring it back?
It don't matter what the quintessential quintuplets do. I got rage regardless. That show pissed me off. I can't escape it.
Well, see you next season,
Well.
buddy.
Yeah, I got bad news.
I
I thought Justin was gonna say he got something else for them.
Oh,
You gotta get your. What are you talking about?
Booby.
Control yourself. Control yourself.
All right, so no one watched.
No one
this,
watched
right?
this. We're on your boy.
Yeah, boy.
Your boy Kanye.
Your boy.
Coming.
Yeah, boy.
This show is
The
raw.
show is raw.
This show. Okay. First thing is first, we have to talk about the opening, right?
The opening
Everyone's
is-
already talked
Cole's
about
been listening to it on repeat
it. I've
all
been
day.
listening to it on loop today. Everyone's already talked about it, but we're gonna talk about it again.
Put the gif. Put the gif
Already
up.
put the gift.
Put the gift. Oh,
No, I mean like.
I
in
got
the-
you. I
when
got
you're
you. I got
editing
you.
it.
Oh shit!
Look at him. Hey.
Look at him.
Hey,
Oh, he hit that. Ooh.
Hey. He goes hard. He goes entirely hard.
He do.
Okay, it downloaded it. That's awesome.
The show is fun and it's cute, and I like Kongmin. He's cool.
True.
Yeah, I think he's
And the
really
music's pretty
relatable.
good.
I remember when I was a 3rd century Chinese tactician reincarnated in the modern era wearing my outfit.
That happens to me all the time.
So true, dude. So true.
I think my favorite bit of the show had to be the fact that the one place he tried to get hired at, the dude just happened to be a fucking Three Kingdoms fan. or
Yeah,
whatever.
he was fucking nerd.
He's like, if you're the real Kongmin, prove it. And he's like, oh my god.
It's the real Kong.
He's like, these kids these days just don't get the Three Kingdoms.
They don't get
dude.
it, man. They don't get it.
Dude,
Yeah.
they brought the gag back for episode 4.
They did.
I've only seen the first 3.
Oh my!
Was that when he was
Correct.
like trying to find
Episode-
a rapper?
Yeah,
and
that's
he,
5, isn't it? There's 5 episodes out now.
Yeah, there's 5.
Yeah,
it's episode
yeah.
5.
He's singing about the rapper rapping about the Three
Dude
Kingdoms or
walks
something.
into the
with him.
fucking laundromat. He's sitting there in the tracksuit, all menacing. It's like, holy shit, this guy looks just like Kongming from the Three Kingdoms. I can't believe it.
That's awesome.
It's funny how many people just know like what he
Well,
looks like. I don't know how
I
popular
think
he is. in
it's
Japan,
a
I
really
guess, but-
popular
It's a big deal.
thing. Yeah,
It's a very big deal.
not in the West, but at least
Yeah.
in Asia, I think it's very popular.
I mean, even in the West, people played fucking Dynasty Warriors.
True.
Like,
But like, if I walked around and said, "Hey, have you read
Yeah.
Romance of the Three Kingdoms?" Someone would probably look at me and be like, "Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?"
sorry, I'm not gay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not gay.
I don't like romance. You know, how
Joke's
it
on
is.
you, I am.
Whoa.
I'm very much
Whoa.
enjoying how like it's just very focused on the idol stuff. Like it's very wholesome.
It is
Yeah,
wholesome. You know,
it's fucking sick.
There's no weird like forced like romance fan service stuff or anything. It's just
Correct.
it's just Kongming doing his
Correct.
best to fulfill her dream, dude. What's more raw than that?
Yep. Yep. I'm very glad. It's not the greatest production of all time, but it is very solid, I would say.
Very funny.
There's like, I mean, the opening looks fucking fantastic, which you can't tell by this fucking horribly like scaled GIF that I'm playing on my screen right now.
JPEG.
You can count them. You can count them.
My pixels.
But like, you know, shot by shot,
It's got heart, man. It don't matter.
it looks pretty
It's got
fucking
heart.
good. The several of like the singing and dancing and shit scenes like that, they're like actually choreographed and like look good and shit like that. The songs make sense, you know, they sound good. There's like less CGI crowd stuff than you would maybe expect. They're like definitely occasionally you're like, there's a couple people walking by back there and they are CG, or there's a couple people here, but for the most part it's pretty tasteful about it. You're not seeing like fucking, oh my god, my favorite crowd, and it's a crowd of fucking dudes who look like they came out of my fucking toy box. Like,
Drop from the production line.
yeah, like fucking Lego rejects. I don't know.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater NPC.
Yeah, like no, it all looks pretty good. Like you said, it's got fucking heart. I mean, the first episode got me feeling some kind of way. You know, he's all, you know, I want to be reborn in a place that's peaceful, and she introduces him to fucking Wikipedia and shit like that. And he's reading about it. And he's like, who did win like the war kind of thing? And it's like, oh, all my friends failed, like, and everyone I know is dead, like. And
That's
he has a
tough.
fucking moment, and it's like, man, I'm right there. With,
It'll be all right, Kongming. It'll be all
I'm
right.
right there with you, man.
Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry.
Don't cry, don't cry.
Somebody who
Yeah.
get me the star shades.
It's a terrible day for rain.
Or the cool neon visor.
The one that fucking says "Yay."
Yeah.
I was personally a bit worried about, the typical case of like, damn, this premise is sick and episode 1 was really good, but how does it carry on like episode to episode? I was worried about that a little bit, right?
Dude, he's got his stratagems. Nothing can go wrong.
This shit's going good. I mean, just the first 3 episodes, right? I liked episode 2 and episode 3 quite a bit. They were good. I mean, he's using like tactics recontextualized, and they hit a good balance of like being sensible enough. You're like, yeah, that makes sense. Especially the third, like the one in episode 3. I was like, wait, that was just like I don't have any issues believing this at all. That made so much fucking sense.
What, where he pulled one over on the other festival artists?
Yeah, all that shit. Everything about that made really good sense to me. The one in episode 2 is like, I'm using like human psychology and all this other stuff to like make it so they have a hard time finding the exit. That's like, it hits that middle ground of like, that's bullshit, but I believe you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it works with the tactic because it's like the tactic was already hard to believe in the first place.
Right,
So
yep.
it's
and I mean, it's fucking drunk people in a club full of smoke, right? Not the best, not the easiest thinking experience there.
The show has also set me up to a point, honestly, at this point, where he could do like fucking anything, and I'd be like, "Yeah, Kong Ming,
Yeah.
yeah, beat his ass."
Yeah, no, this show is fucking sick. The girl is awesome. I fucking love her. She is so cool, Aiko.
True.
yeah.
Her design
She's
is fucking incredible. All of her outfits are like smart and really good looking. I mean, she like understands fashion and that kind of shit. Really cool. I really like the tracksuit shit in episode 3. The color combination was like, I was like, oh man, I want to buy this fucking tracksuit. Like, that shit looks so sick.
She actually dresses how I would expect an underground idol of her station to dress,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
like,
Oh, Cole, you gotta see episode 5. Our boy Kongmin spitting some fucking
Dude,
bars.
he was spitting. He was
I
spitting.
gotta peep.
He challenged someone to a rap battle, dude. That's the next episode.
That is fucking incredible.
Wearing a tracksuit.
And he was like floating around him in like some weird like hymn shit. It was cool.
Holy
That whole
shit.
scene
Yeah, and
was
then
fucking raw.
he changed clothes within half a second of it coming out of the dryer.
They got better rapping than Hypnosis Mike Rap Division Battle Rhyme Anima or whatever.
Well, first of all, untrue. Second of all, that's awesome.
What do you mean untrue? We watched that shit.
Yeah, and they went hard
Yeah, okay.
in the first episode.
I'm just graphing in my graph, man.
Holy shit.
Yeah, very enjoyable. I'm definitely gonna finish this.
Yeah, I like the main girl a lot. I like her personality. She hits this really good balance of like being like wholesome, like self-serious, motivated, and like also not just like, she's not just like a Genki girl. She's like, she has bits of like being a little bit soon and a little bit like,
Dude, she was like chronically depressed.
yeah, like I really like that she hits this really human balance of emotions. Like when he's first like, I'm gonna be your manager. You have enough talent. We're gonna do this shit. Kind of at like towards the end of the first episode, and she's doing like the tilting the hat down, looking away, like oh. I thought that shit was all really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like how he handles the situation in episode 3 was just kind of a banger, honestly. That one went pretty hard for me. I really like how he interacts with like the other like popular band guys or whatever at the end.
Yeah.
Where they're like, man, fuck you. That was some fucked up shit you did. You're a bitch. But he's like, doesn't matter. Hold that shit. But then he's also like makes nice with them in terms of like, he gives them the what do you call it?
The honey juice.
Yeah, that honey stuff remedy, and it helps the dude's throat. And it's like, whoa, that's awesome. Yeah. This show's fucking sick.
Yeah,
Definitely favorite thing I've seen this season.
I think it's my favorite new show this season.
It goes hard. It goes hard.
It does go hard.
Yeah, I mean, top 2 definitely like that and Spy Family, I think. So.
Makes sense.
Maybe Kaguya. I don't know.
It's not
Right.
new.
But it's like, yeah, it's not new.
True.
So
you're already
Awesome.
too invested to have a allowable opinion.
Yo, but Otome game, that show go great.
That's
True. Tur. Okay, that's enough about your boy Kong Ming. Great show. You should watch it.
How many shows do we have left that people have
Well,
Just
yo, Gavin, wiki, Gavin, wiki.
seen? You said, "I must piss" in all caps. That was the last thing you said.
How long ago?
it's okay.
4 minutes ago.
I can stall while he unleashes the waters of the Tigris Euphrates.
Of G Fuel.
Okay, I have another show I watched that
Oh
I
no!
can talk about.
What show?
You thought you could escape?
Well,
Virgin Road.
first of all, Gavin, Ishii, and I watched the first episode of Konohira Mendokusai, or Don't Hurt Me, My Healer. That's not a very good translation.
how deep
this
down?
healer
This
Oh,
healer's
that's
a
right,
pain in
yeah.
the ass.
yeah, basically.
Okay.
5.7. Oh my god.
It's basically just like a gag kind of thing of like, this really feels like it should be like fucking
Talking about the healer show.
4 to 10. Yeah, we're talking about the healer show.
Awesome.
Redo of
I
healer.
decided to skip. I skipped over Dawn of a Witch for waiting for you to come back.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
You sound so grateful.
I am.
Yeah, healer show, comedy thing. The gimmick is just that she's a fucking bitch. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he's like incompetent, and they have this whole episode dedicated to this. He's fighting this bear for like 30 seconds, and they just get into it, man. They're going crazy about. Hey, can you heal me? Shouldn't you be groveling if I'm gonna heal you though? And it's kind of funny because she kind of comes off on like it's less like I'm a fucking vindictive asshole and more like, but shouldn't you be groveling? You know,
Like there's like a protocol that you have to do.
yeah, like it actually fucking matters.
I see.
We're so
But
good at
like
jail.
it's still tongue in cheek, very clearly. Like she's obviously still being tongue in cheek, but she kind of like feigns ignorance very well in a funny way. Definitely some good bits. Definitely some not good bits.
I got baited by the intro on Mal. I was looking at stuff to watch.
Yeah, the trailer.
The trailer, yeah. And there's a joke about the economy. I thought it was pretty funny, and I was like, yeah, we'll turn it on. And it was like, the beginning I was like, okay, it's not horrible. And then it just slowed and slowed. Like it wouldn't stop
very
slowing
slow.
down.
It's very slow. This bear fight.
They
The
fight and
joke
go to
is
the
it
bear's
is the
house,
whole
and that's the
episode.
whole episode.
Yeah. It's just like a lot much.
As opposed to a little much.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not horrible. It's just like they should have made this maybe 10-minute episodes. Like,
Yeah, that should honestly
don't
be
know.
like a 4-minute, I think.
if this was like 4-minute, I would probably watch this. If it was all out right now, I'd
Yeah.
probably watch it. But it really was
24
way too
minutes.
slow.
How can they hope to be the greatest
Insane.
4-minute show ever published?
What, send you?
It can't be done.
No, I was actually gonna say, can I make your ears happy in 180 seconds?
Oh, yeah, TQ.
Oh.
Cole rewatched that show a couple times.
Yeah?
Couple times is,
I think he was doing something
In
else.
between his episodes of Shiki
Hey.
You're getting slandered today.
What the fuck, man? I watched it in call.
It's not
Yeah,
slander, if
deafened.
it's true.
Yeah, deafened and muted. Cause I'm back.
Out of breath. I'm back, guys.
Just like Tail in the Skype days.
Bro, don't say that. Oh no.
Cut that one out.
The tapes.
Cut that shit
Just
out.
talk about fucking the witch.
All right, the Dawn of the
Yeah,
Witch.
Oh yeah, I'm sure this one will be.
Alright,
Hold
this
on,
is
I'm
gonna
cracking
be
my
much
knuckles
better,
real quick. Oh, I actually got one. Okay. This guy is like diagnosed with terminally lost syndrome. Not actually, but he's in like a witch school, like magician thing, and he's like studying, and he's like the worst one there is, and there's like just no future for him at all. So they're gonna send him off
every
to a
single-
boot camp basically with this like lowly witch lady who will not stop showing me her coochie at all points in the episode. It is repulsive. It is repulsive.
She is not wearing pants, basically. She's got like a cape and everything, but like
Yeah, she's got like, it's a lot of clothing, but it covers nothing.
Luckily for
Oh
all
my
the
God, I
viewers,
just
they
looked
don't have
at
any
her.
pictures
She is-
of her on the
She
thing.
is a creature.
I don't like
She's
her.
a goblin. And she's not a funny Japanese goblin. She's just a goblin.
And then there's
I mean, goblins are.
he's sent to
funny.
boot camp with like some actually like pretty good magicians, like the number one in the school. She's like really nice to him.
Huge boobies.
Yeah, huge boobies. Very
Holy
good at magic. And
And you know, they all love to eat. She loves to eat because that's how you get your mana back.
yeah, she loves to eat.
Oh, I
There's
thought that
like
was from sex.
there's 50 different like
Oh.
scenes where they're eating food in that episode. It was actually kind of insane.
There is. We actually in the call were like, why the fuck are they eating again? And then they say that part about the mana thing.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
She is like really nice to him, and he's like, "Why are you so nice to me?" And she's like, "Hee, maybe I kind of like you. You're kind of cool." And he's like, "What?"
He's just like
You
him.
cannot
He is perpetually lost. He will never be found.
you cannot underestimate the amount at all times it looks like he wants to commit suicide on screen. There's no life in his eyes.
There's no thoughts
There's
in
like
his
a-
brain.
There's like a cold open flashback type thing of like he gets saved by a witch when he's out in the rain or something on the street. I don't know.
I forgot about that.
And then, yeah, right? Apparently, he has no memory of anything that happened up until he got put into school like a year or two ago. No, 2 years ago.
Yeah, and they're like threatening to kick
And-
him out, and he's like, "Well, I'm just like dead if you do that. I don't even know."
Yeah, because if you get kicked out
They-
of school,
yeah,
they
they-
have to erase your knowledge
Yeah.
of the school and the magic and shit. So he's like,
Wait,
so I will have nothing.
just gonna
I
become
will
an
remember
entity.
nothing.
wait, he's just like him.
Dude. That's fucked up.
Wow.
Wait, what is the name? I can't find this anime. on here.
Mahotsukai
What's the-
Guy
Dawn of
remake-
the Witch.
Oh, it is this one. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta see this guy.
He wants to die.
He looks like a generic anime protagonist.
He's sadder. I don't know how you can do that, but he is sadder.
Sabo. Oh my god, he does look.
And there's like
totally
there's
sad.
like a big lizard guy that they go with too, and they're like
Cud.
looking for him, and they like find like his tail chopped off,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, that's him."
Dude,
That's
that's
not
fucked
good.
up. Is it gonna
Yeah, and
grow
the guy's
back?
like, he really is a lizard, huh?
Damn.
And she's like, dude, not the time.
He kind of looks
pretty
like
funny.
Kirito.
Keen observation.
Like they're just
Keen
eating in a
observation.
bar, and she just like the lily just like stands up and like just spreads her entire legs and like puts
Yeah,
one
yeah,
up
there's-
on the seat and like one on the ground.
Yeah, the one up
It's
on the seat, and she
disgusting.
like turns, and it's like, whoa.
Like, please sit
I think
back
they've got
down.
like the scent lines and everything.
Ah.
Yeah, so
Oh.
if you like Fate Khalid Liner Prisma Ilya, this is the show for you.
They gave scratch and sniffs.
It's funny because like the art style isn't very like etchy. Like,
Yeah, it's honestly not.
yeah, like it's not fan service looking, but it is. I mean, even the girl with the huge fucking tits is like, she's wearing like fucking hella clothes. The only way she looks lewd at all is because her tit area is like color coded. Yep.
Happens
Different
to
from
me
the
all
rest of
the
her
time.
outfit. Yeah, they gotta stick out somehow.
Well, I mean, I think they literally do stick out.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it was kind of funny in that it was bad.
Interesting observation.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Thank you
What's
for
a
letting
light
us know.
novel as a source? That's interesting. Very.
Imagine reading this.
Yeah, I mean, it's
It says. It literally says not available. Dash users.
Wow.
so Spunky can no longer imagine.
There
reading
are
it, I'm afraid.
470 members.
Spin-off Zero Kara Hajimeru Maho no Show.
Yeah, it's Grimoire of Zero. It's pretty mid.
Sheesh.
Can confirm.
I see.
You're pretty mid. I can confirm that.
Fuck
Ooh.
you, Spunky. Call me
Wait, the
back when
opening's
you
by
get past 1450 on the ladder.
I did.
Ring, 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 ring.
Ring, 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 ring. Go.
Do we have any
Yeah,
shows?
dude.
Opening
left? What's
performance
the
by
list?
Flipside.
Uh,
I don't think we heard the opening. I want to hear a flip. I like them.
the only thing that I've watched that we haven't talked about is Kyokai Senki, but we should keep it that way.
I have one. I watched one episode of RPG Fudosan, or RPG Real Estate.
Okay.
Excuse me?
Because Ishi and I watched the trailer for this before it came out, and we're like, it might be kind of funny. I don't know. Meet Loli Girl and her friends, Loli Girls, as they go on the heartfelt adventure of working for a real estate company.
Wait, what? What?
It's called RPG Fudosan, or RPG Real Estate. Click
I'm
on
muted
the
right
page
now.
and you can see the words. She's like country bumpkin.
see.
She moves to a town, and we don't know why she moved to the town particularly. But she goes to the real estate place and she's like, I got to buy a house or like rent because I gotta live. And they're like,
I need land.
and they're like, okay, what are we looking for here? What's the budget? She's like, oh, I want something pretty nice with this budget. And they're like, time to shatter her fucking hopes and dreams. And so most of the episode is like them taking her to places, and it's like first place is like, it's only like whatever distance from downtown. It's basically in the central area, and it's like a pretty big room and it's pretty nice. Unfortunately, you have to go up, like it's like a fucking 100-floor building, and you're at the top floor in this fucking giant tree, and it's like, okay, goddamn. And they go to the next one, and it's like, yeah, this place was used by witches. It's pretty nice other than that, except for the curse shit going on. It's pretty dark and scary, though, to be honest. Probably not a good idea. And there's another one where it's like, hey, this room is like pretty normal, and it's like in a pretty good distance, and it's in my budget. And it's like, yeah, it's good, except for you are regulated. You have to keep the door open at all times for adventurers to come store their things in here and use this dresser and this dresser at any point of the day. And she's like, okay, that's horrible. So it's just stuff like that. The gags themselves are pretty funny. The character designs are pretty not great. Dare I
By
say?
not great, do you mean lolly?
Yes. So the greatest trick of perception that has ever existed is that the main character of this girl actually has big boobs. However, you cannot tell because in most scenes she looks flat, but then when she like turns or they decide to, she's got like quite a bit of cleavage.
You know what that's called, Cole?
What?
Opie lolly.
I'm aware of Opie Lily, but this is like it's like on and off. It's like incredible. It's a trick of perception, like I said.
And maybe she takes them
I don't
on
know
and off.
how. Maybe. The characters, some of their bits are funny. The worst thing about this show by far is that there is a dragon girl type loli thing, and almost the very first scene of the show, at which point any sensible human being turns off the show, is she opens the real estate place, and this dragon girl is basically naked running around, and she's like, no, I don't want to put on clothes, they're so uncomfortable. And that happens for like 3 minutes.
Alright.
No.
I'm clicking the X button. Get me out.
All right, you can stop. You
Silence.
can stop.
I also like when they're up in the tree, the dragon girl is like, damn, this place is high up. I would fucking die if I fell out of this window, and immediately falls out of the window, and they like barely stop her from falling. I thought that was pretty funny. And the end of the episode twist is like, yeah, I need a place to live because now I'm gonna work in the real estate place. Oh my god, they all work together. Whoa. Yeah. Again, another show if you really like Fate, Prisma, Ilya, Khaled, blah 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 blah, whatever.
If you really like,
Yeah. Yeah,
Never
you don't
mind.
gotta say it anymore, buddy.
Say
You
it.
don't gotta say it
Say it.
anymore.
It's not my channel getting demonetized.
Might be kind of fire for on one of those lists.
You think this is monetized?
Damn.
yeah, Cole's kind of a greedy fuck.
You gotta hit 1,000 subs to get monetized. I got 70, bro.
Alright, well,
How come all my videos get
how
demonetized?
much does a
then?
sub bot cost? Come on, man.
Dude, you got a point.
Is that every
It's,
show?
Unless he wants to talk about, what is it, Yujo?
No,
What the fuck was it?
no, it's not worth it.
I want to
Okay.
say that the next season looks devious. A Devil is a Part-Timer Season 2, Quintessential
That's
Quintuplet
good.
Season 2, Overlord Season 4,
Rent a Girlfriend season.
Dungeon
No.
Season 4.
Dude.
Oh,
All I want to know is when is Farmland Saga? Huh?
Ain't that the one with the Vikings or something?
Yeah. It's Vinland Saga season 2.
Oh, you were actually talking
wanna
about
watch-
that.
Yeah.
You wanna watch Tokyo Mew Mew New Equals game?
Yeah, on my list for sure.
Oh my god. There's 4 seasons of Danmachi.
Yeah.
Yes. Gavin and I tried to watch an episode of season 2, or was it 3? I
I
don't
think
know.
it was 2.
Actually, we watched 2 episodes. I don't know how it was impossible to withstand.
Damn. You know what? I'm just gonna go, die.
Yeah.
Another Made in
Yeah.
Abyss movie, because that's what we
guys,
want.
but look, fall 2022. My Hero Academia 6th season.
Oh
Hold on.
my god, that's awesome. Bleach, the Bleach reboot.
Why won't
Or
they
keep
make
I
it
a
don't
mission,
think it's
or-
a reboot. I think they're just animating the
I
last
think
arc.
it's just continuation.
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense.
Why won't they make
Who's
like a
Maki?
season
You'll
for Made in Abyss? Why does there have to be 50 movies?
Eternal Boys. Hold
I
on.
don't know. Oh, they're doing in fall. They're doing that fucking reincarnated as a sword. Finally. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Is that
My
like
Hero
slime?
Academia
Or...
6th
fucking know.
season? Holy fuck.
Dude, I literally said that
Yeah, come
already.
on, dude. You're
Come
listening to
on,
Six.
Spunky.
I'm just not over.
All right, end the recording.
And the
I
recording.
don't even know
Give
which
me
one I
a-
was on.
I don't want to talk
King
about
Bao.
My Hero Academia.
What?
All right. So we've talked about all of our shows. Good job, everyone. We watched a lot of shows,
Yeah,
actually.
we actually did.
We did.
We
yeah.
did.
It doesn't feel like
Well,
it because
our-
I don't think I took away anything from 90% of the time spent. But
What you understood is that you're now going to watch Otome.
Yeah, we should have spread
show.
this out more. I got a bad feeling in my mouth, like we should have talked about Spy X Family at the end.
Probably all that G Fuel you
Yeah.
drink.
we should have talked about Spy
What, you
Family
don't
at
like
the end.
talking about
Not
Dawn
actually,
of the
but
Witch?
I
We were
don't,
going
yeah, I'm
down
not
the
a fan
list,
that ended
bro.
on
It's not
Dawn
your
of the
fault.
Witch, bro. It's just not good for me.
Dude, don't worry. We ended on the other Lolly show.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot already.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
The fact you watched both of those. Cool.
Hey, hey, hey,
Little
hey, hey,
Tower.
whoa, 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 whoa. Wait. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Or was it because you were with Ishi? Did he convince you?
yeah.
Yo, you can't just make this man catch strays. He's not even here.
Like,
He won't watch it. He
Yeah,
won't.
get
know.
fucked, is she? I knew it was
Fuck
your fault the whole time.
fuck you.
Is it Spy X Family or just Spy
Awesome.
Family? Like
It's
you know,
Spy Family.
It's Spy
It's
Family.
like Hunter x Hunter.
You don't say Hunter
That's
X
the-
Hunter.
You
dude.
don't?
Dude,
What?
we are not doing this.
Hold on, guys. We're almost at the 2-hour mark. We gotta hit add. Add.
Is it Party
add a-
Rock is or Party Rock's in the house tonight? I gotta know. What do you think, Gavin?
Here, Cole, I know how you can pad the runtime.
What?
Play the first 3 minutes of the Nekopara Ova.
is
Why?
it OVA or
Totally.
OVA?
I hate this kid.
All right, can we stop? I want to stop.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Fuck Zero.
What?
I've been Justin LC.
Cole
No, you
smells.
haven't.
That's fool Gavin. He was gone for half of this.
I didn't have shit to say for half of this.
Again,
He was pissing in the shower.
and that's Zero. He's a
What
bitch.
the fuck, dude? I didn't ask for
Gonna
this.
cry.
And Pokecole might need to be under watch.
Come on, man. I promise, guys. Mishuko Tensei is really good.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
He's on a
alright.
list.
You're real talent right now.
Oh fuck. I'm out of here. Okay.
All right, when do we stop?
Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.